Yes.
Hey everybody, this is Kenny Cummins here. You are chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. Super excited to be joined with my first guest of this evening's show. They were actually on the show last year, and they were telling me some things that they had on the horizon. And now here we are, many, many months later. They are back, and they have a self-titled album that is about to be released next week. And to celebrate this occasion, they're going to do so in the form of a album release show. Yes,
Let's
I
go.
am excited to be joined with all five members of Wicked Peace. They are here. It appears in a studio of sorts. It looks like a studio. Um,
You're correct.
We'll call it that.
It's the fanciest.
the
This,
fanciest.
this is where we recorded the record. So
Okay, just let it all sink in, just reflecting and everything. So, how are you, gentlemen and lady, on this Thursday evening? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. We've been practicing for about an hour, getting ready for the album release next week. Feeling pretty good.
Yes, so self-titled, Wicked Peace, Wicked Peace. It's the name of the project. It's coming out next week. But before we get to the album release show, the celebration of this wonderful art that you have in display, and now that this album is done, it's complete, recorded, mastered, and everything, how are you all feeling knowing that this album will be available to the public within the next week or so?
Very, very, very relieved. We put so much work into it, and it's going to be a lot of fun to finally play it live, let the people hear it. Hopefully, they can buy some vinyls if we ever make those. And I'm just excited for people to hear it.
Pat spent hours and hours mixing it, so you
Yeah.
worked very hard on that.
Yeah.
When you said that it's mastered, it actually freaked me out for a second because I was like, I had to remind myself that it is actually done because we spent so long.
It is.
Yes, so I've heard Underdogs, which was the first release. And then John, as of today, there he is. John just, like the meme, pop out of nowhere.
Bam.
My bad. The award-winning John, congratulations on your Lexington Music Award. He was rocking the Wags and Widget shirts that night at the awards, and had a chance to chat with him after the show. So again, congrats on your win, John. But back to what I was saying, John gave me some exclusive. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a song that's going to be included on this album called "The One Way," and I just played it just before I begin this Zoom conversation, and I love it. I love this song. So that is where I want to go with the next question. Considering this is going to be one of the songs that's on this project, is talk about the whole process of recording The One Way.
It's a unique one, actually. We recorded The Wrong Way. It's probably been 2 years now.
Yeah.
That we recorded it, and it actually got recorded before we did the rest of the album, and then we re-recorded it while doing the other songs on the album. But we just kind of liked the way that the first edition of it sounded, and so we kept it. And it's like I said, we've been playing that song for a couple years, but never released it, and we recorded it all those months back, and just like the original better. So that's what we went with. So it's kind of unique where it's kind of the moment in time that we did that song is in a different space than the rest of the album, but we love that song. It's awesome.
True.
Mm-hmm.
we started recording mainly for fun, I think, but then we watched that 12-hour long Beatles documentary and changed our miking techniques. So we're like, well, that's not going to sound good enough, so we can't use it. But um, we used it. But the rest of the album is very heavily inspired by Glenn Johns himself.
Wow, it is.
Wow.
I forgot about that. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So I love the song. And of course, as I said on the previous interview, I have seen y'all perform multiple times. I think the last time I seen y'all was at the Borough, which is definitely my favorite venue in Lexington, Kentucky. I'll just put it out there. I love the Borough. I love the arcade next to the venue because I can just become a kid and play all these arcade games and things like that. And then I love the Borough. I call it the Borough because that's where the music happens. That's where the live music happens. I feel like I'm in a sanctuary when I'm in that building enjoying live music, and it just doesn't get any better than live music. And after all that we all have been through with this pandemic, I'm just so glad that live music is in full effect again. I can see people, and it just feels good. And I'm just so happy for you all on this release of Wicked Peace. And so the One Way, that's one of the songs that's going to be on the album. I want to also discuss Underdogs. That's your first release. I played it on my IG story promoting this interview. I love that song as well. Talk a little bit about Underdogs.
So I wrote that song just on my own. It was years ago. It was probably before we even put out Rock and Roll Race Car. And I just never played it. I never brought it to the band. And I was going through old songs that I'd written, close to when I was in college. And that was one of them. So I brought it to them and they liked it too. And it took us a long time to kind of get it together as a whole band.
It was tough.
Yeah, it might have been the longest process maybe on the album to get it together as a whole. And then it just completely came together one day.
It was really interesting because as we've played, this is our 10th year of being a band, which we kind of forgot about until we were just kind of taking stock of the past time. And at this time, like usually when we play something, even if it's a cover or something that we're playing for the first time, we have a style that organically just kind of comes out. We'll know our various idioms and like where we lie with each other in the sound. And Underdogs, it just didn't really come together the first time we played it, or the next time even. It was about 3 months, I think, of trying to figure out different ways to get it to feel right. Because that's the main thing of how we decide if a song is done, if it feels right. And it just wasn't clicking yet. And it was interesting because we tried changing up the feel of it, maybe going for more like staccato or short notes or longer notes, or a punky vibe versus like a country vibe. And eventually, when we tried all these different things, it just kind of organically came to one day. It was like the spirit of the song itself just came out. And so that's an interesting thing about our process, is it's almost like a conversation between us as artists, us as a band, and then the spirit of music.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a beautiful piece of art, and just how eclectic it is. I really enjoy what y'all been doing these last few years. It's just an incredible first off, congratulations, 10 years as a band.
Oh.
Decade of wickedness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So congrats on that. That's awesome. So this is coming out, self-titled project, on the 21st of April. That's next weekend. 10 new songs on this project. So including Underdogs, The Wrong Way, and I'm reading a Facebook post, and it says this is back in February, by the way. In case you missed it yesterday, we're so excited to finally announce our new self-titled record, Wicked Peace. 10 new songs, one blue, new Jared. Available April 21st, 2023. So check out Underdogs. That's on the platforms already. While you are anxiously awaiting the release of the full-length Wickedness of Wicked Peace. Let's talk the album release party, the celebration. That is happening next week. So it's gonna be at Al's Bar. Shout out to Al's Bar. It's an awesome venue. I love Al's Bar and their history of always putting live local music to the forefront. It's an incredible place. If you haven't been there, go check it out. If you want to go there for the first time, go there on the 21st. Go there and check out Wicked Peace. They have some awesome opening acts on the show. Linak, I hope I pronounced the name correctly, and Umrashi. I hope I pronounced that correct as well.
You're
Yeah. So
That's a hard one. Just read.
yeah, that was tough to pronounce. I ain't gonna lie. So this is the album release show next week at Al's Bar, next Friday, 1 week from tomorrow. So as you know, this is your second full-length project. Obviously, when you're gearing up for the release, it feels like Christmas, like you're waiting for that day and for everybody to hear this music, this hard-fought project that y'all put together for these years. So as we get closer to this album release show, how y'all feeling, having these talented acts to join you all for this celebration of this release?
I'll just say that this is like Lilac and Urameshi are like the two exact bands that we wanted to have on the show with us. Urameshi's got a great more like punk sound, but they utilize unique instrumentation and just great songs that you can sing along to and just even like toss around yourself in a mosh pit if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then Lilac they also have some unique instrumentation where they have somebody who plays violin, but they just have a really beautiful, lush sound, extremely tight band that, I mean, we got to play with them recently at Old North Bar and Greyline Station, and they're just also another fantastic band. So two groups that are awesome, and we're lucky to be able to have them with us on that night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We like them a lot. Also, Kenny, I want to say real quick, great shirt, by the way. I'm a fan of the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes, yes. I'm a fan. I'm quite a wrestling junkie.
Me too.
So I've got to meet the Motor City Machine Guns at Louisville last week.
Oh, yeah?
They were at the Impact Wrestling. They did some TV tapings at the Paris Town Hall, and they were there for meet and greets. I'm like, wait a minute, they really do meet and greets. So I better take my chance and talk to them and get a picture with them. So I did, and it was a cool moment. And Chris Sabin just celebrated his 20th year with Impact Wrestling. So
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I love those guys.
We're legends, man. Absolutely.
So man, we'll definitely talk more wrestling once I see y'all.
Heck yeah.
At the album release show. So I'll definitely will be there. But man, and this is an incredible group. that I've getting a chance to chat with. I've just been so blessed, just getting to know so many talented musicians here in Lexington and the whole music scene, and just to be part of the process, be a small, a small part this of this community and what it means to the city. I love Wicked Peace as a group, and I love y'all as individuals. So I'm very excited for this release, and I'm gonna be glued on 21st, listening to this project, and then going to one of my favorite venues in Al's Bar to see it, man. So it's gonna be an exciting night, man. So please do yourself a favor. Make your way to Al's Bar next Friday for this Wicked Peace album release show. And I have seen Linex before. I love them too. It's gonna be my first time seeing Unrashedi, so I'm very excited for that. And I also see, in addition, I got some other shows coming up in the coming weeks as we get to the warmer weathers. Feels like Central Kentucky, we're getting some decent weather now, mostly in the afternoonish. It'll be a little cool still, but we're getting some decent weather, some bearable weather. So much so, I'm about to put my shorts on now. So put the pants to see you in the fall. I see y'all gonna be performing at the barbecue fest in May. So that's awesome. So talk about that festival, man, with the barbecue, delicious food, and the awesome music that's gonna be in display in May. Talk about this barbecue festival.
Man,
I've never actually been, but I love barbecue. So I cannot wait to go. We're going to play Saturday a little bit earlier in the day, and then we'll probably go around,
Eat
have a lot of
barbecue.
good food. I've seen a lot of the bands being announced who's playing, and we're excited to hear some of those too.
like TD Young, like Lexington legend,
Yes.
actually like blues legend. That's going to be incredible to see. Some of our friends in Bedford who we went to Moorhead with some of them. Some of them I know actually personally from the music programs around in there. Trying to remember some of the other bands on there, but it's just going to be a cool festival.
Yeah.
Especially with delicious barbecue all
Oh,
day.
yes.
Oh, I'm gonna be so sick
I
by
like
the evening.
Yes, I mean it's just gonna be so much that's happening. You're probably not gonna think straight. Like anytime you can get food and music, for a day long festival like that, you're going to be left very satisfied. I've been to this barbecue festival before the pandemic, and I believe this is their first event since the pandemic.
Wow.
Because it seems like everybody else has already done their first, so now looks like their festival is like, okay, let's join in. Let's bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's been waiting. So check them out, Wicked Peace, on all the social medias at Wicked Peace. And go check out Underdogs. That's their first single that's available on all the platforms right now. And go check out self-titled album on the 21st. And while you're listening to that, make your way to Al's Bar. That is later that evening for the official album release show. Get there at 8 o'clock. Enjoy some awesome music and join the celebration. They're gonna have merch. They're gonna have some CDs on the vinyl. They working on that.
We're getting there.
Working on that. So that's something else I wanted to ask y'all, because vinyl, it definitely feels like that particular way of that vinyl is making a comeback musically. even with out we're in the digital days that we're in, it definitely feels like vinyl is making a huge comeback these last few years. If you think about it, like almost every other local artist I went into, they got vinyl. They got from previous albums. I'm like, wow, this is our parents' life. They had the vinyl days. We had the CDs. The little small things. But talk about the vinyls. Just talk about what it means to y'all having that a part of y'all music per se.
It's really cool to be in a position where we feel like so proud of this music and happy with the result after 2.5 years to have it in a physical form. And not only that, like vinyl is a legacy of music. Ever since vinyl has been available, it has never gone away. 8-track's gone away, cassettes have gone away, vinyl has never died. And I think last year actually it hit an all-time high of like sales.
I was just about to say that it outsold CDs now.
Yeah.
Vinyl outsells CDs, so it's wild.
And aside from that, like we're doing a Kickstarter to help fund this because it's a bit of a financial lift to get the vinyls rolling. And we also wanted to try to make this Kickstarter an opportunity to connect more with our fans to see if anyone really wanted a vinyl other than us, because if only we wanted a vinyl, it's not worth it to order some. But because then we'd have like 50 vinyls sitting around for like 30 years. But people are really turning out and saying that they really want vinyl. They really want to hear Wicked Peace in this physical medium, and we're getting a lot of love flowing but from that. And it's really cool process, like leading to getting the vinyls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want this vinyl to be a reality, go to their social media sites, click on the Kickstarter, and contribute whatever you can, and share the link, spread the word. They got the CDs for y'all, good way to go. But if you want that vinyl, if you're feeling old school-esque, if you're feeling throwback, contribute whenever you can to the vinyl Kickstarter, and add that to your musical collection. They would truly appreciate it. To all of you that are here, I want to thank y'all for being on the show again. Congratulations on 10 years as a band, and congratulations on album number 2. And I'm very happy for you all. Y'all are such a joy to this music scene, and it makes me proud to be a part of the scene because of musical acts like Wicked Peace. And just to see the hard work that y'all put in, and now it's about to come to fruition with this project. It's going to be an awesome Friday night of live music. So I'm excited for you all, and I'm looking forward to being in attendance at Alice Bar next Friday. So go check it out. Go buy it. You can pre-save it still on the social media, on the digital music platforms, and go buy it. Go buy it. Go buy the music. Support local music, y'all. Support live music, and they would truly appreciate it. Thank you all for being on the show in the same studio where all the magic happened, where all the Wicked Peace full-length album came into display. So thank y'all for being here. Y'all got any final words, anything y'all want to say?
Might say that a little bit of makeshift magic happens in this studio. I'm sorry. No,
Little teaser there.
little
Yeah.
teaser. But Kenny, thank you for having us on.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
you're also a joy. Like you're really a beautiful part of the informational media scene around Lexington, and it's a joy to be on with you.
Very happy to have y'all on, and looking forward to next Friday on the 21st, and at Al's Bar. It's gonna be a fun night. Very, very excited about it. You know, it's perfect timing too, because the weather's starting to get warmer. So, you know, the feeling, it feels right, man, for everything that's just coming together. So I will be there next Friday at Al's Bar. Thanks to all of you for being here. Happy continued success in everything that y'all do. And I'll see y'all next Friday.
Thank
See you
Kenny.
Friday.
See you, Kenny.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Thank
You
Kenny.
too.
Bye.
All right, bye. John at the PP at the end. Oh man, that's perfect. Y'all have a good night.
You too,
Easy.
Kenny.
Thank you.
See you, man.
All right.